I would like to thank Ms. Rushali and the whole team of Progressive Group of Institution. So I would just start with the session. Can I have the presenter access? So, first of all, I would like to warmly welcome all the students and good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are safe and doing fine with your life and the career also. I'll start by sharing my screen. I hope it is visible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. So, you all must be knowing why we are here. You all must be knowing why we all have gathered here virtually. We all have gathered here virtually just to discuss about your career, about we are going to guide you about your career choices that you are going to make. So, without any ado, we'll start with the session. Our agenda of the meeting is number one, how we can step into MNC. Or next, we have placement drive steps. What are the steps that you must take, and what is the whole procedure of getting into an MNC or giving any of the placements? Okay. Next, we have reality and the statistics about job opportunities in today's world. Next, we have technical skills needed in different job titles. What are the need of the MNCs or the organization today? So, how you can step into MNCs? People. There are two cases. First case is first you appear as a fresher, and must be all the students are here as will appear in as a fresher only, and then we have the second case that is you appear as an experienced candidate. So, as a fresher placed in an MNC or in a company or in an organization, you first have to appear for the placement drive. That may be campus or off campus. See people, there are two type of placement drives that is campus and off campus. In campus, most of the mass recruiters of MNCs come into the engineering colleges and placement drives. There you have to appear. And next we have that is off campus. In off campus, what you do, you go to the organization's website and search if there is any vacancy according to your need or according to your skill sets. Okay. And then we have second case that is experienced candidate. For experienced candidate, if they want to appear into any campus drive, it is mostly it is off campus, as you know they already have experience. So in order to sit for the different placement drive conducted by the companies, they have to go to the website, either website or even the companies that are multinational companies or some organizations also or some other companies also. What they do, they just organize a competition, any coding competition or any other competition through which they select the student and they just give the opportunity or they hire them according to their needs and according to the student's skill set or the candidate's skill set. Next, you can ask someone of your organization to refer you. You have a known person in a big organization or an MNC, you can just ask or request him or her to just give a referral of yours to that to the organization or to the board who are recruiting the students. Okay, so these two are the cases or the scenarios through which you are appearing for the interview to any MNC or even an organization. Either it is a startup or already established company. Okay, so I would like to share or tell you all the steps or all the grillings or all the what we can say that all the grillings that student have to go to get selected or get the opportunity to work for a well-known or established organization. So these four steps we can see on the screen are the steps that are being enforced in order to choose the right candidate or right employer. So, first of all, students need to go through all these processes. First, we have skill assessment. Skill assessment, also, we have aptitude test. In skill assessment or aptitude test, the company or the recruiter wants to check your logical ability. You are logically present, how you can logically tackle each and every problem of organization with very ease. So they check the logical mind, they even check your English, the way you speak, or the amount of vocab that you have. Next, the next step is group discussion or panel interview. In group discussion or panel interview, they what they do, the recruiters divide the students in a group. It depends upon the number of students. Either the group is in 10, there are 10 students, 5 students. It depends upon the number of the students that they have that are appearing for the interview. Okay. So after that division, they are being given a topic. They are being given a topic which is a hype or which is a current affair. Now, the students are to start the discussion themselves and openly they have to put up all those opinions that they have about the topic in between them. And what they do are the recruiters just watch them and analyze according to their performance. Okay. Next step is a technical interview in which you are being grilled for the skills that you have mentioned in your CV, in your resume that you have mentioned. They ask questions according to that only. Mostly the interview starts with data structure. If you are a student of a college, then you must be knowing what is data structure. I'll not get into that much brief because some of the students are from school also. So the technical round comprises of the skill set that you have. It comprises the question about data structure, algorithms, and much more. Next, we have HR round. In HR round, you get to know, you are grilled according to your personality or the way you express yourself or the way you handle each and every problem that is being given and how you work under pressure. Now, after all these steps are being enabled, then after that you are being selected. If you go through all these steps, all these procedure, after that only you will get selected. So let me just define each and every process much more in detail and clearly to you all. First of all, what does the skill assessment test comprises of? As I've told you earlier, similarly, it has what the recruiter judge. The recruiter judges you on the basis of your logical ability, domain knowledge. The domain knowledge, what do you mean by domain knowledge? Domain knowledge is the knowledge that is in need of the company. Suppose there is a vacancy for a specific post. किसी एक specific post के लिए कोई vacancy आती है जो कि कंपनी की डिमांड में है. उस डोमेन की नॉलेज हमारे जो एम्प्लॉय है या फिर जो अपीयर हो रहा है आपके इंटरव्यू के लिए, he should or she should have that knowledge. So the skill assessment also comprises of domain knowledge. Then we have quantitative aptitude. In quantitative aptitude, you are being judged on the basis of the mathematical problems that you can solve, or how your mind is being how the level of the logic you have with your mind. Do you have a logical mind? And the aptitude test comprises of all the questions like we have all earlier done in our school times, the time, about questions we have done about time, probability, and much more. Okay, next we have English competency. In this part, we are being, or the recruiter judges the employee on the basis of their English grammar or vocabulary. The question, either they are given the passage, a whole passage. After that, after reading the passage, you have to choose the right, either you have to choose the right word there, or you have to find synonyms, antonyms. These kind of questions are being asked. Either the skill assessment test is online. These days, due to COVID situation, it is all being started online. And also from the very earlier time, all the MNCs takes their skill assessment or aptitude test online only. Next, suitability towards a specific skill set. As I've told you earlier, according to the need of the company. Only after watching the need of the company only, the vacancy of the post is being published either on the website, either on the newspaper, or any other portal. Like any other portal like Naukri.com, we have LinkedIn, and many more, Indeed, or many more other portals where the vacancies are being published. So, according to your skill set and according to the need of the company, what they do, they find all the keywords. Suppose, आपको एक example देती हूँ. Suppose you have a resume and you have uploaded it on any portal, just like Naukri.com or Indeed or LinkedIn. You have entered all your profile details and resume over there. Okay, now how the company functions, let me tell you in detail. If you have maintained your resume very nicely and have not copied it from the internet, you have maintained it very nicely and organized it properly, the interviewer or the recruiter can see all the skill set what they need by just typing the keyword. Suppose I have a company, or I'm working in a company and I'm a HR, or yeah, I'm a HR. Okay, now I have some vacancy left in my company for data scientists. So what I'll do, I'll go to the search bar of a LinkedIn or of a Naukri.com platform. What I'll do, I'll search for data scientists, or I can either search for data analyst or something related to data science only. So I'll search for all the job roles that are the data scientists do, all the job roles that data scientist handles. So I'll search for it over there, and then I've mentioned just the job title or just the skill set that I need. Now I'm getting multiple numbers of resume over there. I can see number of students or number of participants, or either you can, yeah, a number of candidates have uploaded their resume. Now, how pick you out of those 100 or 1,000 or 20 to 50 candidates? How I can pick you out of there, or how I will choose you, or how I will shortlist you out of all those candidates? It is just through the way of presentation of your resume. The resume should be really very clear. It should contain all the keywords or all the skill sets that you have. Okay, next we can go through why group discussion or interview panel. आपको ग्रुप डिस्कशन में ग्रिलिंग आपकी क्यों की जाती है, इंटरव्यू पैनल में ग्रिलिंग क्यों की जाती है? सी, what the recruiter wants is to ask, क्योंकि he doesn't know you, आपको recruiter नहीं जानता personally, he doesn't know you, he is not your friend. Okay, so what they want to do is want to check the flow of your thoughts. आपकी thought processing क्या है, how much time you take while answering any question, or how much quickly you can answer or tackle any kind of problem. To check that, and to check your personality skills, stress management, how easily you can work under pressure, in order to test all these skills that they need in their employee. You have to go through group discussion. As I've told earlier, आपको क्या होगा, आपको एक ग्रुप में डिवाइड कर देंगे. After that you will be given a topic. Suppose आपको कोई भी टॉपिक दे दीजिए. Suppose you are being given a topic which is, let me take a topic. The topic can be just COVID situation and the economical growth, or something like that. Now you will start sharing, you will start discussing in between all the candidates. You will start putting up all your opinions about the topic. Now if अगर आप किसी से ऊंची आवाज में आप अगर डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, the discussion should be firm. Yeah, you should have patience. भगवान ने आपको, आई विल यूज दिस लाइन, भगवान ने आपको, अगर God has given you one mouth, then he has given you 2 ears also. So first of all, in order to present yourself very nicely, you should first of all listen to what the others are saying. That is when your mind will start, and you will start making up all the replies. According to that only, you'll start answering the questions that are being asked. इसीलिए you should stop for a while and start processing and analyzing whatever the other person is saying. You have to find all the loopholes in order to contradict whatever they are saying. So उस टाइम पे एक हेल्दी डिस्कशन होता है, ग्रुप डिस्कशन होता है. Either what happens, you must all be knowing extempo. Extempo में क्या होता है, आपको एक टॉपिक दे देंगे, एंड इन द if you are in IT sector, आपको ऐसा टॉपिक दे देंगे which is a hype, which is the technology which is in demand. Okay, which is a new technology. Suppose I'm giving you a technology. Let me take a artificial intelligence. I have taken the topic. Okay, now you have to tell each and every points, whatever you know about artificial intelligence. It is extempo. Okay, so on the basis of all these, you are being judged or grilled in the group discussion or interview panel. Okay, next, what does the technical interview assess? देखो, assess. First of all, आपको अपने डोमेन की नॉलेज बहुत अच्छे डीप थॉरली वे में होनी चाहिए. You should know, you should grasp on the domain knowledge, the programming knowledge, and the core skills. You should be having it. In the technical interview, you are being judged on the basis of your skills. Either आपको क्या करेंगे, you will be given a short code, a snippet or a short code, just to find error out of it. Either you will be given some scenarios or scenarios, and you have to interpret it in the language that you know. Okay? After that, you will start putting all the data structure part, or you are being asked the question of data structure or algorithms and operating system, all these, whatever you have learned in 4 year of your graduation, or either you can say in your BCA, BBA, or sorry, BBA, I have taken the wrong word. Okay, so आपको आपके जितने भी टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस है वहां पे वो पूछे जाएंगे. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट दे जज द एबिलिटी टू मोल्ड your role. Suppose आपके पास, what they see that you are keen to learn, you want to learn things. If they are putting if they are not giving you the job role that you have come for there, you are appearing in the interview, then what they do, they need the candidate to mold himself or to learn a new technology, a whole new techniques or technology, or need to sorry, you can how easily you can mold and get all those skills in yourself. Okay, तो वो ये चीज जज करते हैं. नेक्स्ट, प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ नॉलेज टू द रियल वर्ल्ड सिचुएशन. एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, को वो एक कोई आपको एक सिनेरियोस दे देंगे. दे विल गिव यू अ सिनेरियो and on that basis you have to write some code, or either you have to give a solution to that scenario, that particular scenario. Okay, next, clarity in thoughts and articulation. वही सिंपली वही आपको वही सब चीजें मैंने अभी आपको एक्सप्लेन की है. आपकी थॉट्स में क्लियरिटी होनी चाहिए. व्हाट आपको जितना उन्होंने पूछा है, आपके इंटरव्यूअर ने और रिक्रूटर ने, व्हाट एवर ही इज आस्किंग, you have to answer that only. You can't act too smart in front of a recruiter. If you are acting too much smart, or you are answering too much, then what he will think? He'll think he's acting too much smart. He'll be arrogant. You are also, remember this, you are not just being judged on the basis of your skills. You are also being judged on the basis of your personality or how you are presenting yourself. So us time you don't have to be don't have to act so much smart. If you want to show your smartness, you need to show your smartness while answering those questions only, not more than that, or not less than that. If you don't know the answer, you can simply say, sorry sir, you can I don't know the answer of this. You can just skip the question. Can we just skip the question and can you ask some other question? आप ऐसे बोल सकते हो. You can say it properly, but in a polite way. Okay, next we have, what does HR interview check? जो HR होता है वो क्या देखता है? एक स्टूडेंट में या फिर एक फ्रेशर में वो क्या चीजें देखता है, या फिर एक एक्सपीरियंस पर्सन में भी वो क्या चीजें देखता है? सो पैशन टू वर्क फॉर द कंपनी एंड द रोल. HR का काम यही होता है कि वो आपके अंदर के पैशन को देखेगा कि हाउ मच डेडिकेशन यू कैन शो टू योर वर्क और टू द firm or to the company, and how much hard work you will put on to your work, and how you can be fruitful or beneficial hiring to your company. Okay, next, what he sees the skills that are hardcore skills, or you can it can either be soft skills also. Next, what he sees, the learning ability. Okay, as I've told you earlier, क्योंकि आपको कभी कभी क्या होता है, आप सपोज आपने एक जॉब रोल पे आपने काम किया for some time, okay, in a company. You are working at a particular job for a particular job role. But after that, some time, the need of the company is being changed, और कुछ टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप हो चुकी है, कुछ नई चीजें एनहांस हो चुकी हैं टेक्नोलॉजी में. नाउ you have to enhance or build yourself according to the need of the company. So that is why जो HR होता है, he or she keeps check on your learning ability also. ठीक है. Next we have to face the reality. It's time to face the reality. The Economic Times, a newspaper or article of an Economic Times, tells that 94% of engineering graduates are not fit for hiring since the IT said all. So next, ये तो एक सिंपल सी एक आपके पास आपको रियलिटी शो हो गई है कि 94% इंजीनियर जो ग्रेजुएट हो चुके हैं, दे आर नॉट फिट फॉर हायरिंग. उनके पास ऐसी कौन सी, व्हाट आर दे लैकिंग ऑफ, कि अभी भी 94% आफ्टर गेट ऑफ जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड. आप खुद सोचो, here we are talking all about IT sector only. So अभी आप खुद सोचिए कि कोविड की सिचुएशन में, it is a COVID situation where manufacturing companies are being shut down. and so much of loss to the economy or finance is being done to either a person or to the whole India or to whole world. But you can see that इस कोविड सिचुएशन में भी ऐसी कंपनीज हैं, आईटी कंपनीज हैं जो जिनका काम स्टॉप नहीं हुआ, जिनका who hasn't stopped their work, who are not suffering with so much of loss in their organization or in their business. Why so? Because ये आपके पास आईटी, आपका ऐसा काम है, you can work it from home, but अब कहाँ लैग आए? Here we can see that 94 of the engineering graduates are not fit for hiring. We'll get to know why. According to 2020 statistics, 1.5 million students got their degree in engineering. It is about 2020. Keep in mind, 2020 में 1.5 million students को graduation engineering की degree मिली है, ठीक है? And more than 10 million job opportunities उनके लिए provide की गई through government or through other industries. Okay, 10 million. It is not so much less, but less than 20% got employed in their core domain. सिर्फ less than 20. आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं if the students number of students जिनको डिग्री मिली थी is 1.5, but more than 10 million job opportunities भी थी उन students के पास. But फिर भी उनके हमें क्या मिला in the end? What we got less than 20% of the students were employed into their core domain, into the domain that they have in them or the skill set that they have. Okay, so less than 20%. Now, where is the gap or where was the gap in between this? The gap was lack in technical skills. Yes, dear, हमारे पास उतनी स्किल गैप, वो गैप क्यों आया? क्योंकि हमारे पास वो स्किल्स नहीं है, स्टूडेंट्स के पास वो स्किल्स नहीं है कि वो अपने जो कंपनी की डिमांड है और आइदर दे themselves also they can't fulfill that technical need of the company or themselves also in order to establish themselves in a corporate world. So for that, you don't have to worry. I have showcased some of the best IT career for the future, and these are some of the roles that are in hype or that are in demand for today's world or today's organization or today's corporate world. Okay, so सबसे पहले आजकल सबने सुना होगा डेटा साइंटिस्ट सबको बहुत ये इट इज रियली वेरी फैसिनेटिंग ऑल्सो. इट इज not that too much new technology, although people says कि ये बहुत न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी है या फिर न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट है डेटा साइंस का या डेटा साइंटिस्ट का, बट इट इज एन ओल्ड मेथड. बट यहाँ पर इसमें कुछ नई नई चीजें इनहेंस हुई हैं, ऐड हुई हैं और इसको एक न्यू नेम दे दिया गया, दैट इज डेटा साइंस. ओके, इन डेटा साइंस what are the for a data scientist, what are the skill sets that you need? First of all, you need to have the knowledge of machine learning optimization, then statistics, programming. You must know the programming. Either you can take Python, R, or SAS. Okay. Next, you must know how to visualize. सपोज मैं आपको एक सिनेरियो बताती हूँ. एक डेटा साइंटिस्ट का होल लाइफ साइकिल क्या होता है? लाइफ साइकिल आई एम सेइंग, होल वर्क फ्लो क्या होता है? सब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देयर इज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है, ठीक है. दे हैव सम बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम, दे कम टू एन डेटा साइंटिस्ट एंड आस्क फॉर हेल्प इन ऑर्डर टू attain some level of height or hike in their business. So वो डेटा साइंटिस्ट के पास आते हैं, दे हैव सम प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है. अब नाउ डेटा साइंटिस्ट क्या करता है? वो पुराने डेटा को उठाता है, उसको उसमें डेटा रैंगलिंग करता है, बहुत सारे मेथड्स को अप्लाई करता है वहां पे, और उसमें कुछ मशीन लर्निंग की अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीड ऑफ द डेटा सेट वो वहाँ पर डेटा क्लीनिंग करता है, फिर उसमें स्टार्ट्स अप्लाई करता है, मशीन लर्निंग ऑप्टिमाइजेशन अप्लाई करता है, कुछ उसकी उसमें प्रोग्रामिंग करता है, फिर उसके बाद लास्ट में क्या होता है कि अब क्या है कि आपको डेटा भी अलग अलग जगह से वो इकट्ठा करता है, जस्ट नॉट कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से जो डेटा उसको मिल रहा है, ही और शी गैदर्स द डेटा फ्रॉम cloud also, or either through big data university also, or universe also, you can say that. Now what is big data and what is cloud computing? I'll not just get so much deep into these topics. Let me just wrap up the concept by telling you that big data by the name itself, it can suggest that it is a huge inside the data that is huge inside, and to handle or process that data, handle or store or process that data. So that kind of data, उसमें से भी डेटा साइंटिस्ट क्या करता है, उसमें से भी डेटा को जो रेलिवेंट डेटा है उसको फेच करता है, एंड देन इट what it does, it gives it take out all those relevant data and put some of the machine learning algorithms onto it and give the output to the organization. अब आपको organization को समझाना है कि these are the results that we have got. So अब आप organization को वो कैसे समझाओगे? When you will visualize that the whole scenario or the whole output to the organization properly. इसीलिए that is why we need visualization. I have explained all these points in the whole workflow of a data scientist. Then we have next then we have next technology or a next job role, you can say that is UX and UI designer or interaction designer. Now you must be knowing, आप सब कोई application चलाते हैं, either it is a web page, you are using some kind of application, either web application है या फिर आपकी apps हैं जो आप चलाते हो. So आपके पास backend में you don't know whatever the coding is being done on that, you don't know either, कुछ भी आपको उसके बारे में आइडिया नहीं होता है, आप उसको इजीली हैंडल कर रहे हो, कितनी ईज से आप उस ऐप को आप यूज कर रहे हैं, वो किसके थ्रू होता है, उसके लिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डिजाइनिंग की जाती है. that are different type of, we have different type of designing, that is UX and UI design, that is user interface design and interaction designer. ठीक है, आप after getting into all these roles, you must have the skills in you that are, you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and much more. You can see all those skills that you are in need to become a UI designer or interaction designer or UX designer. Okay, you should have a hands on all these technologies or all these courses. Next, we have a full stack developer or software developer, or the roles are WordPress developer, database administrator. So in order to become a developer, or in order to get into in order to get into a development team of a company, you should know all these technology. You must have a hands on all these technologies that are anything like Git or GitHub, HTML, CSS, SAS, JavaScript, Java, MySQL, that is for database administrator, Ruby, Python, and what you can say Java. These all are the base. You must know either one or two of the कोडिंग लैंग्वेज, सो दैट यू कैन आप अपने पैर जमा सकते हैं, आप किसी भी एक टेक्नोलॉजी को आप पकड़ सकते हैं. आइदर इट कैन बी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इन फ्यूचर फॉर फर्दर, आइदर इट कैन बी डेटा साइंस, आइदर इट कैन बी क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग. यू कैन any kind of job roles after learning a specific two or one or two language. Okay, so next we have mobile developer. For the role of mobile developer, you must know all the given technologies, or you must have hands on all these technologies that are Git or GitHub or iOS, Android, other languages like Ruby, Objectives, we have C or Java. You must know all these languages, programming languages. Okay. Now, we are not here just talking about the technical part only. We, as you know, हमारा world और हमारे India, it is getting digitalized day by day. So for the management role also, you must know all these things. What are all these things? First, you should know. Sorry, for the management or the marketing field, you can get to know about digital marketing, or you can learn SEO. SEO होता है, पे पर क्लिक होता है. कैसे आप खुद इमेजिन करो. आप लोगों को लगता है कि सपोज यू आर गोइंग थ्रू, यू आर ब्राउजिंग एनीथिंग, आइदर you are searching something on Amazon or Flipkart or anything, or even you can say all these sites, आप कुछ भी सर्च कर रहे हो. Now you are just clicking, but आपको लगता है सिर्फ आप क्लिक कर रहे हो, but it is generating business in millions of money. It is generating business for the company in millions. So that is what is pay per click. What you do, you just give the company details or the name to the organization, such as we have monster.com or other sites, which gives you the access of pay per click, which enhance the visibility of your domain, of your organization on the internet very much. Okay. ऐसे ही सिमिलरली आपके पास आता है रिकमेंडेशन इंजन होता है. ओके. रिकमेंडेशन इंजन में क्या होता है कि आप सपोज आप कोई भी चीज सर्च कर रहे हो, यू नीड टू बाय समथिंग. ठीक है, यू नीड टू बाय समथिंग एंड यू आर सर्चिंग इट ऑन फ्लिपकार्ट और Amazon. नाउ अब क्या होता है, रिकमेंडेशन इंजन के थ्रू इट गैदर्स द इंफॉर्मेशन और द डेटा फ्रॉम देयर, एंड वो आपके लिए सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स वो आपको शो करने लगता है. दीज ऑल कम्स इन artificial intelligence or either in big data analytics also. ठीक है, all these technologies are hype for now. ठीक है, you should get your hands on either to one or two of the programming languages, and then you must know all the CS fundamentals in order to stand out in the crowd. Okay. For the management also, we have different roles that are technical lead, product manager, agile project manager. Then we have technical account manager. Then we also have digital marketing and social marketing, which I've explained you just now. Now, even after having these technical skills, you should know how to present yourself in front of an interviewer or a recruiter. आपके पास अगर skills है, but you don't know how to speak, or you feel so much of nervousness in between you that you can't even speak. आप हिंदी में हिंदी में भी बात नहीं कर पा रहे. That is, you are lacking in confidence. And then again, you don't know how to present yourself. तो इससे क्या होगा? It will put a bad impression of you, although you have excelled in your technical part also, in the technical round, but in the HR round you are being judged on the basis of your soft skills also. Okay, so for the soft skills, what are the skills that you need? First of all, you need to have really very good hands on your कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स जितनी अच्छी होंगी, उतना ही आप अच्छे से अपने रिक्रूटर को अट्रैक्ट कर पाएंगे, एंड द रिक्रूटर विल हियर योर ईच एंड एवरी वर्ड, व्हाटएवर यू आर अटरिंग थ्रू योर माउथ. ओके, So you need to have a really very good communication skills. Next, you need to have good presentation skills. Suppose you आपको कोई भी job opportunity दी गई है, ठीक है, आपको अच्छे से वो skill आती है. You need know each and every technicality of the skills, but you don't know how to present it. आपको पता ही नहीं है आप उसको कैसे present करोगे. Even you don't, तो आप कहीं ना कहीं lack कर रहे हो. The interviewer will not choose you because you don't know how to express what you want to say. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर you will lack. Next you have team skills. आप देखेंगे कि बड़ी बड़ी MNCs में क्या होता है कि आपको टीम्स में डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है. आपके पास कोई एक प्रोजेक्ट आता है, उसके बाद आपको टीम्स में डिवाइड कर देते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीड ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. आपके लिए टीम्स डिवाइड हो जाती है. नाउ यू शुड नो हाउ टू वर्क विद टीम. You don't have to get any kind of conflict in between the team. You should know how to give your opinions about the project or what you need to implement on the project. You should tell it very politely, and you should take up all the points that you want to add on to the project very nicely. That, and also just not putting on your points or your opinions. You need to hear each and every point or opinion of the other team members also. So this is a team skill that you need. Next is the leadership skills. For the leadership skills, you should know how to आप कैसे एक पूरी टीम को अपने साथ लेके चलते हैं आगे तक. You want that project or the organization to success for the future and for the business also. So you should have a leadership skills. You should hear all the problems of your team members. You should hear and you should tackle all those. You should help and guide them in order to tackle or handle or give a solution to that problem. Okay, next you must know customer service skill. Customer service skill में आपको पता होना चाहिए. सपोज अभी हम डेटा साइंटिस्ट की बात लेके चल रहे थे. सपोज, ठीक है, उसने क्या किया था, उसके पास ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आई थी. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हियर प्लेज द रोल ऑफ अ कस्टमर. ठीक है, the data scientist will simply ask what is the problem of the organization. So here, if you don't have a customer service skill, if you don't know how to communicate or how to approach a particular customer or a particular domain, you don't know how to approach it, then it will cost you in the business or something like that. Okay, next is time management skill. You should know how to manage your time. Suppose आपको एक organization में you are handling multiple number of projects. ठीक है, you are handling multiple number of projects, then you should know how to manage your time. आपको कैसे किस काम को कब prioritize करना है, आपको कैसे कब किस काम के लिए आपको कितना ज्यादा टाइम देना है, how much you need to invest for the particular project. You should know it. You should manage your time according to that only. Either you should not compromise your personal time also. You should manage according to that only. हमारी आदत होती है as you are student, and ये स्टूडेंट्स में होता है, हम क्या करते हैं कि अपना काम कल के लिए छोड़ देते हैं. No, we should never do it. Okay, either we should have as much as time we want for the future, but हमें होता है कि हमें नहीं पता है कि फ्यूचर में क्या होने वाला है. क्या पता आपके पास उस टाइम टाइम ना हो, या फिर आपको कुछ समथिंग इम्पोर्टेंट, कोई भी आप प्रोजेक्ट में आप काम कर रहे हो, बट यू हैव केप्ट इट कि चलो आई विल डू इट फॉर लेटर, आई एम बिजी विद सम अदर वर्क, आई enjoy my Netflix or I'll chill with it. No, what you do, you have to manage the time that way so that आपकी personal life and also आपका वर्क कभी भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज ना करे. वर्क शुड बी योर प्रायोरिटी व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग फॉर एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ओके, नेक्स्ट वी हैव जॉब इंटरव्यू स्किल्स. As we know that until and unless you are excelling in a job interview, you won't be getting any chance of getting into an organization or in an MNC. So while you are giving a job, while you are giving a job interview, you should be confident enough. You should try to speak in English, because most of the time the recruiter, what they want to know how many how many types of language that you know, so that you can easily convey or express whatever the thinking or the projects that you will handle to the customer. Okay, next, you should know how to present yourself. You should be polite to the recruiter, or even after you are being selected, you should be polite, and you should have team leading skills. You should have presentation skills in order to present yourself or the organization in front of a customer really very well, so that more and more customer will get attracted towards you and your organization, so that the organization can excel it in the business. Okay, so I अभी तक आप लोगों को कोई issues नहीं होंगे. If you have any issues or queries, you can ask. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights on the topic.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And thank you to all of you for taking your time out for the day to join us for this amazing conversation. But I request participants, if they have any question, they can ask. Ma'am, there is one question from Godfrey. On customer service skills, there are some scenarios whereby you are dealing with highly proactive customers. How can one go about this?
Okay, thank you for the question. Hello, am I audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
yeah. So your question is on customer service skills. There are some of scenarios whereby you are dealing with highly proactive customers. How can you go about this? So if you are dealing with a highly proactive customer, that means you have to present yourself really very good. You have to choose the right environment where you are going to meet that customer, and you have to whatever there is in need, you have to understand how the customer is talking to you and what are his questions. You have to keep all the questions and all the points that the customer need. You have to answer, you have to solve his problem, or you have to give the product that you are creating, or the project that you are going to give back to him very very clearly, so that you don't miss each and every point that is in need of the customer. Even while making a project, you have to keep on check that the customer needs are being fulfilled or not. First of all, for that you have to do design thinking. As you know, according to the new tradition or the new era, the MNCs are working differently. Either they are choosing the waterfall model of building a software or building a product from scratch, or either for nowadays it is a hike that is design thinking. So in design thinking, what they do, they all the team member just gathers together. They get to know what are the customer needs. After getting to know what the customer are in need, what they do, they plan according to that. What are the need of the customers? They go through some different, these all are technical terms which I'm telling you. We have, for design thinking, we have a software, we have a platform, that is Mural. Okay, we go through that. So after that, they plan according to the customer need. They plan according to the what the customer will feel about the project, what is in need, and what they can provide, and what is hard for them to provide. And keeping all these things in mind, and also keeping in mind that the producer or the manufacturer or the service provider or the product provider is not investing that much onto the product and giving the output that is in need of the customer really very well, so the customer is also happy and we also get to have a great business for the future. I hope your answer is clear. You have received your answer, you have got your answer, I hope so.
So, any question, participants? Any query?
Yeah.
Yes, Godfrey? Hello?
I think he was just answering that he has got his answer. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. At last, I would like to conclude by saying that every student should get technically sound in order to stand out in the crowd. देखो आप लोगों को you get there are 100,000, as I've told you there are 1.5 million of students that are graduating every year, and it was about 2020 only. You have so much of competition these days. How you can stand out from the crowd? How the recruiter can shortlist you out of all these number of students or all these number of candidates? He will shortlist you because of the base, because on the basis of how much technically you sound, how much skills you have. It is not just ki you are mentioning mentioning all those skills into your resume, but you are also being grilled about those skills, about other soft skills and other personality, according to your personality, according to your communication skills later on in the interview. So don't ever think that if you are mentioning any kind of skill onto your resume, it will help you later. You feel like you will read it or you will learn about it later on when or you will learn about it or you will read all the uh, um, all the skim of the milk, sorry, all the main topics just before the interview. But it's not like that. You have to have a thorough knowledge about the domain or about the skills that you are going to be grilled off. You have to brush up your skill in order to get into an MNC. It is really very difficult because the competition level is so difficult. So that is why even if you are a student of a school, I would like to suggest you should start grilling up, you should start brushing up your all the skills perfectly, because you, as I've told you, according to today's scenario, there was only one gap. We have to bridge that gap, and you are the future of nation, you are the future of world. And even for your family or for your establishment in the corporate world or in the society, you need to have some skills that are keeping you assertive, or are keeping you or taking or making you stand out of the crowd. So that is so very much important. So keep in mind that you should know either two or three of the programming language, so that will give you a base. After that, you should know all the technologies. You should have thorough knowledge about data structure, algorithm, artificial intelligence. These are all in demands of the today's MNC. That are we have data science, we have artificial intelligence, cloud computing, cyber security, and much more, very much. These all the technologies are in hype. So make sure you know all these technologies, you have thorough knowledge about all the technicalities. And I would just like to wish you all the best for the future. And I would like Miss Rushali to please take over from here now. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. You really well said that today we need to make us stand out in the world and for the future and for ourselves also. Thank you, students. Thank you so much. Good luck for your future. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.